Yes, this is a long post, but it's a long story. Hear me out. My friend who I'll refer to as Nathan has had horrible luck with women for a very long time. He does have a bright future ahead of him though in regards to career. He's just graduated college last year and is currently in law school. However, he's been homeschooled his whole life, and does all his college courses and law school online, not in person. Which leads me to this next point. He's never had a girlfriend, never been out on a successful date, is still a virgin and low-key doesn't have many friends in general either, so his social skills are really underdeveloped. His only real socialization was with older people, parents, grandparents, fellow elder people, and me, so he was kind of raised very sheltered and doesn't have anything in common with anyone his own age, let alone women his own age. To top that all off, he's been nothing but super focused on school and being the best student he can be, so grades were his number one priority during his developmental years, which there isn't anything wrong with that. However, he never took a break to live life or have any experiences in life. Nathan has had multiple girls his family introduced him to starting in 2021 all the way till now, and they've been trying to get them to give him a chance, but they end up just not liking him. I really hate to not be on his side and support him through his constant rejections from multiple girls, but it's gotten to a point where all these girls have the same complaints about him. Nathan's about 5 feet 2 and body-wise, very skinny, petite build. He is also starting to bald, and has no bodily strength whatsoever either. He starts shaking just from holding a grocery bag. I hate to sound rude, but the truth is the truth. He is built like a little girl and has the hairline of a father of 3. While I understand height can't be changed and not necessarily his hair either, he can at least start working out and possibly add some weight, muscle to give him some manly appearance, so I mentioned him doing this with me in general conversation with him. Whenever I go to the gym I tell him to come join me as a hobby or just to be my gym buddy. He declined numerous times, and the one time he did go, he struggled lifting a 10 pounds weight, so he stopped going. Okay, whatever. The way Nathan dresses is very grandpa vibes. I asked him why doesn't he dress more comfortable every day? Like a jogging outfit, a hoodie, some jeans, sweats, and that he should wear sneakers instead of Freddie Benson dress shoes every day. He doesn't think anything's wrong with how he dresses, and he wants to look professional, since he's gonna be an upcoming lawyer one day. I explained to him lawyers dress in suits and ties, not tucked in button-up flannels. And they also don't dress like that every day either, just when they're on the job. Sadly, he wasn't having it. Then it finally hit me, it's his damn personality, or the lack of it. See, I'm not trying to talk down on him, but if we're gonna go by objective reality, he has the personality of a brick. I've seen with my own 2 eyes how he talks to girls, how he acts on dates, etc. He cannot make a conversation to save his life. He is not funny either, and has zero charisma. He's a literal mute on all double dates and one-on-one dates he's been on, and it's so painfully awkward to watch. It's not like the girls aren't trying either. I've managed to get him dates, however they go nowhere due to his sheer lack of confidence, personality or interest. When he talks to a woman, it's like all that he knows how to talk about is just school. And if it's not school, it's just radio silence. Or some shit that only boomers would understand or care about. I've also noticed how every time him and I go out somewhere, and I'm not sure if it's due to his size, he is scared and flinches whenever people walk past us, and he's always afraid that doing anything or going anywhere fun or interesting is too wild or dangerous for him, i.e. concerts, bars, amusement parks, etc. So I did it. He whined and whined, kept being full of bitterness, complaints and negativity, talking bad about women and saying they never want good men and they only want players or good-looking tall guys. So I ended up telling him straight out that the reason he doesn't get anywhere with girls is because he's a dork. I told him I don't care if he's a dork since I'm not the one dating him, but that girls crave excitement, fun, or at least someone they can talk to about anything or have fun experiences with, etc. I told him he refuses to change anything physically about himself. And to top it all, he won't even make himself at least interesting or fun to be around, and he is completely dull. That is why he can't pull or keep. He then got mad at me and accused me of picking on him and making fun of him, and that I'm holding his life circumstances against him, to which I told him I am not, and I wish I was just saying nonsense. I am telling him the truth. I explained to him that his lack of social skills and appearance isn't necessarily his fault. However, if someone's giving you advice on what's stopping you from getting where you want to be and how to change it, you should take that advice and quit complaining and just thinking everyone should accept you as you are, because newsflash, we all have flaws. I told him that if he wants to get somewhere with girls and not have constant competition, then he needs to have something to make up for it. Because there are plenty of lawyers and future lawyers in the world, and simply saying, I graduated college, isn't gonna make somebody have a connection or attraction to you. He told me I'm jealous that he's getting somewhere in his life academically, and that other girls are the problem for not seeing his worth and future success, and that if that's not enough for them to be with him, then they're the ones not good enough for him. I have not talked to him since then, and I refuse to associate with someone who thinks I'm jealous of them for giving them constructive criticism to a problem they constantly complain about. My dad is saying I'm right, but also that it's probably an insecurity on his part and I should apologize and try not to be too hard on him. I feel like I shouldn't be friends with somebody who can't ever see what's wrong with them or accept their flaws without crying about it and blaming others, though, because that's just plain toxic too. Me, AITAH. Thanks for watching, come back again.